Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Friday morning. What's going on? How are you, Dean?
I'm all gravy. You just started and now the cat wants to go out. So
Oh,
you do the wonderful introduction while I let this little sassy little fucker out.
all right.
Right, come on.
Awesome. Awesome.
Right.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the program today. It is August 28th. It's Friday. And that means, well, I don't know what that means exactly. It means we're still at the mercy of the NBA playoffs, apparently. So we just finished watching AEW Dynamite this week. And it was an awesome show. It was super awesome. What's up, John? What's up, Liam? This is it. This is it. This is what we're up to right now. Fucking Johnny
It's
Cadillac,
pissing it
vroom
down
vroom.
anyway, so I shouldn't even want to go out. It's bouncing it down.
Oh, really, eh? And just still wants to go out, or did she go out?
No, she ain't gone out. But she's an idiot, so she'll go to like front door. Oh, I'll open it. It's raining or whatever. Then she'll run
Yeah.
to the back door like something's going to be different out there.
It could,
Yeah,
though. It
and we
totally
have
could. Hey,
this dance. We have this song and dance. I don't know. So and just leave it
you
to her.
got to
Look at
play.
Marcy,
You
she's
have to play
chilling.
along. There you
So,
go.
flying start, we're off to here.
It is.
Nice and
It totally
smooth.
is.
Is that going to be thinking of the things to come? Here we go.
Exactly.
Got my
Exactly. So, hey,
H2O.
here we go. Cheers to everybody here. We had a special Dynamite this week. And what a special Dynamite it was. You know, we had fans in attendance. That was awesome. And they kicked off the show strong. We got to the tag team gauntlet match right away here. This was a big one. This had the top four teams, the contenders, facing off each other in a gauntlet, which I thought was kind of funny because then I realized that they were going in the order um, of their rankings, which would put FTR last, which would put the strongest team facing the team that just beat two other teams, right? So to me, it was kind of stacked already. Thinking about this one here, but it was so awesome to see the fans cheering, singing along. The Bucks and the Nightmare Brothers. I honest to God forgot what to call them. I think even Chris did at some point here. Um, they say
I've got
Cody's going to
nightmare
be
bollocks in my
Nightmare
notes.
Bollocks. Nice. Cody's out for an indeterminate amount of time. They're saying he's injured. Allie, it's his lady friend, man. I love it. There's a good Winnipeg reference in there. Leave Candello out of this. Beautiful super kick party there. That BTE trigger and QT Marshall was done. Um, I think that was hilarious. The best friends there. They're the number two contenders. Oh, they're number two, all right. I thought again, just Chris Jericho on the microphone there with the commentary. It's always going to be good. I'll never
Yeah.
do BTE. Why? I don't know. I just don't like them being creative, making jokes, having fun. Like just the hater's thing to say, right? Just the hater's thing to say. It was so funny, man. So funny. What did you think about this match as it was unfolding here, as we kept going through these teams?
Well, the first match, it was pretty just standard action, wasn't it? I think we knew who were the team that were going to advance, so we didn't really see much like from QT at all, really. So quite standard. I liked the little line of commentary when it's sweet shin music when the super kicked
Yeah, yeah,
QT's shins out. That was a nice little line. I liked that because
yeah.
later on in the match we saw Nick Jackson selling a Irish whip to the corner like Shawn Michaels versus Hogan as well when he just flipped to every corner bouncing all over. I think the
Yeah,
second match, obviously, when Best Friends came out, that were a lot more physical, a lot more action
that's
packed,
right.
fast paced. That were a good match. And the finish of that match was really interesting. Really
Yeah,
interesting because Hangman Page came out. They had him set up for the Meltzer driver as if they've got this one. And Hangman Page holds Nick Jackson's
yep,
ankle, stops him
yep.
doing it, and Trent gets the roll up, which, because I thought they were going to have the Young Bucks go over, and just because of, have like two matches where it takes a lot out of them so FTR can beat them, but this was a good way of keeping them
Yep.
separate,
Yep.
and like Hangman looks very conflicted, didn't he? Really
Oh
conflicted.
yeah.
Like
Oh
he
yeah.
wouldn't look while he was holding, he wouldn't look, and soon
Yeah.
afterwards he wouldn't look. He walked away. And then when FTR come out, they're saying that Young Bucks, not to do with us, not to do with us. And it seems like it is that
Yeah.
way. Like they
Yeah.
didn't know we were going to do it. This was definitely a
Exactly.
Hangman thing. And like he didn't know everybody wanted to do it. So I thought that was great. Obviously, we'll catch up with that later on in show. But
Yeah.
then we saw Chucky T early on when at the start of the match between them and the Young Bucks sort of sell like an awkward landing as if he's like
Right.
hurt his knee. But then quickly just forgotten about. But that was part of the storytelling for the match because when FTR come out, they just destroyed his leg. That
Yeah,
was
they
the
did.
story of that. They just went after the leg, took Trent
Yeah.
out on outside with a brain buster, and then got like the knee bar submission on him and made him tap and won the match. So it was like I wondered where the knee at first were going because he just instantly like no sold it effectively after selling it. I thought, did
Right.
he just land? Did he just land awkwardly? and they were like just checking it off. But it was like clever storytelling. Like, that came back. It didn't stop him winning the match between there, which they got a roll up for, obviously. But it gave FTR an easy boom, attack that. Let's get it done. And now we've got what a match I'm really looking forward to, especially with the added. Like, we already knew that Hangman was friends with FTR, but this means that he's definitely not friends with the Elite and such. Like, we're like, yeah, it's interesting. So Kenny Omega's going to be really conflicted, and got a reason for Crazy Kenny to come out, and I don't know. Yeah, so I'm excited for the match anyway between FTR and Hangman and Omega, definitely.
Oh, absolutely, man! It's building up to be something great. FTR coming out with the coolest damn jackets ever, man. Those jackets were so dope. I love them there with Tully there. That was super cool. Yeah, like you said, Chuck tapped out to the figure 4. That's setting up FTR taking on Adam Page, Hangman Page, and Kenny Omega. Fuck, I'm going to get that right. I will get that right one week here. All right. And then so then all of a sudden we come back and they're talking about Darby Allin and Tax. I wasn't sure. I missed something maybe on my pirate feed. But there was something about Darby Allin taking a bump and Tax or something. I don't know. Maybe they just replayed it. I don't know what was going on. If anybody out there knows, I don't know. They talked about the Casino Battle Royale. Darby Allin is in it. Lance Archer is going to be in the match. So those were the first 2 that they've announced. And then we got to see, boom, the big match of the week here. This is my choice for match of the week. Just kidding. It wasn't. But Lance Archer taking on, again, it was one of those Lance Archer in action matches. Shawn Maluda was his name to be revealed with the hugest chokeslam ever. And I love how he just pulls him up from that pin. He's just got that so good, right? Just like, nope, you're not done yet there, kid. And he blacked him out, the blackout into that EBD claw, that everybody dies claw. I love that thing, man. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, man. So Cage, Stark come out. Jake the Snake is just, I don't understand what he was doing, where he was going. This whole raspy, I love his raspy old voice there. Oh, look at this. Oh, the Flintstones. The Flintstones are coming out. And I was just like, holy shit. So he starts naming them off. It was so good. It was so good, man. I don't know. Like, just, what did you think about Shawn Maluda's chances here tonight?
Well, I've just put some poor bastard as I didn't just get his name. Because, like, you just knew that the poor guy's getting destroyed. I bet he saw it there. Like, you see that choke slam? He was about 8 foot in the air.
Yeah.
It was so impressive. Yeah. Like you said, it was just a match of, like, a cat toying with a mouse, really, wasn't it? Just having fun. Could have ended it at any time. And, like, what did he say his name when against Shawn? Any slight bit of offense he got was just completely no sold. Wasn't it? No, just nothing. And it was just a bit of destruction, really. Like, and it obviously in the match they mentioned that Lance is 12-1 and obviously now 13-1 and number 2 contender, which I hadn't checked the rankings recently, so I'm like, oh, so he's on the way up. But it was more like, again, more set up for the Battle Royale one, it bringing out afterwards, because we had Team Taz is a thing. Yeah. Team Taz is a thing because he's like Team Taz.
I know you love that. I know you
love
that.
I like how he's really pushing that. It's going to be one of Team Taz. But you've got like Cage holding up his belt, and it's like, that's not going to intimidate Lance. A belt like you was gifted and you haven't won a fight since you got it. That's not going to intimidate Lance. Yeah. Crowd are shouting, let them fight, and that. But I think they'll probably take each other out in the Battle Royale, because I don't think you want either of them winning it necessarily, because it's a shot for the World Championship. So maybe maybe they're having this little clash here. So like Darby and Ricky can sort of take each other out, maybe. Because obviously Darby Allin came out then, didn't he? And they started scrapping, literally booted him out of his shoes and then dragged him back. And then, so I think maybe the 2 big men, the 2 smaller men will take each other out of that. And then then that could be a nice feud. Maybe Lance and Cage actually could be a good feud for Lance, like a first big feud with a big guy. And I think they could have some amazing matches, because obviously he's not going to be able to destroy Cage as easily as he's having lots of these squash matches. His record's so good, a lot of them are just one-sided.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So this could be a good feud for him against a big, legit, strong guy who can pick him up and throw him about as well. So I want to see that. So I think that'll be the story of the actual the Battle Royale, is them 2 maybe take each other out. I
think so too. That'd be definitely 2 the big men going at it. I think that, like you said, a lot of Archer's wins don't count. He's been wrestling jobbers. It's not like he's been, facing Cody and putting on Cody level matches here, right? So it's a little bit different for him. Just little pokes there, slight little pokes there. Lance versus Cage, big boy season. There we go. I'm down for big boy season. I like big boy season. That's actually what
We
we
know
called
you
our
like
tag
big boy
team here.
season.
Yeah. I do like
Yeah,
big
man.
boys.
They've got some great
All
big
right.
men, so yeah, I want to see them go out.
You just love big men everywhere. Every big man is a great big man to Dean. Every man is a
We're
great
big great men, aren't we, Jez? Me and
I
you.
think we are. I think we are. Really, we are. Definitely. We're like the natural disasters here of the pod world. So we saw Thunder Rosa promo. She's fighting Sheeta there. The AEW women's title is on the line at All Out. That's going to be awesome. Like I said, I've seen Thunder Rosa from the NWA that I've watched, and super dope. I like that title too. That title's cool. I like there's like a little picture of her there. So I think that's cool. It's going to be a good match. Do I see Sheeta losing? I don't see Sheeta losing the match. Honestly, she's too strong. So I see it being a good match, but that the fact that it's only for the AEW women's title tells me that Sheeta's going to win this one, and they both walk away with their championships intact.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Sheeta's awesome. I love Sheeta, so I hope she wins. But yeah, it makes the most sense anyway for it just to. It's more like a exhibition match, in it. Just
Exactly,
let them
like
show what they can do, and hopefully they'll get a bit of time to put on a really good match and remind us that there's some really good women out there, and the champion deserves to be the champion within this promotion.
Exactly, but I mean, knowing them, we're probably going to get a promo for Brandy and Bran right in the middle of the match here, right? So we'll see how it works out. We got MJF came out and Moxley to sign the contract there. I live on the West End now, so there's always people walking by the window, and I'm just always getting like out of the corner of my eye here. So that's pretty awesome though. PWI 500 list John Moxley rated #1. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome.
Nice, cool.
Yeah, I thought that was really good. I thought that was really nice. I was looking back at some of his other ones, and he hasn't gotten near, like he's gotten into the top 10, and as Dean Ambrose. But this is pretty cool. Meteoric rise here that he's made as John Moxley's been pretty awesome. So good for him, man. That's super rad. Because definitely he's captivating as hell, man. He's a fucking great wrestler.
Top of his game, absolutely.
Yeah.
This run's been fantastic.
So we got to see the back and forth of the two of them there. They signed the contract there. Obviously, the lawyer and MJF thought they got one over. And I thought it was a really cool segment how they did that twist. I didn't see it coming, man. Fucking a lot of this shit, I just let it guide me by the hand, right? I just kind of like turn my brain off and just watch wrestling and enjoy it. I don't watch it overly critical and say, oh, fuck, they couldn't have done that. They could have done that better, blah, blah, blah. No, I just kind of watch a lot of it and just enjoy it, right? So I was watching it, laughing it. And next thing you know, Moxie's like, yeah, just, what is it, page 18 or page 17? And they're like, well, there's only a 16-page document. And he snuck some shit in there. So he's fighting the lawyer. That's super cool, man. That's super good stuff. I like it. It keeps it fresh. It keeps it going. It's a match I'm definitely looking forward to that doesn't even need gimmicks, really. I mean, MJF straight up versus Moxley is enough of a story on its own for me. That's enough of a title fight on its own. And I think it's getting a good build-up. I think it's at the right show because MJF is definitely that title caliber material where it's not just like let's throw him the big guy, Brian Cage, just to show that he's a strong champion, or let's throw him Darby Allin to show that he's got heart, like that kind of shit. I think MJF is a really good opponent, so I'm really looking forward to this match.
Do you think MJF can win? Because we're on about, we thought it'd be a big story point, for him specifically to lose his first singles match,
Right.
And
right.
So what do you think? Do you think he's got a chance? First of all, this segment was great. I thought both guys look fantastic. MJF on the mic is brilliant, and he massively put over Moxley before then turning into his arrogant self, and both fantastic. Some good lines back and forth. They put him over by saying even Mike Tyson said he wouldn't want to meet you down a dark alley and such. I thought, so he really put Mox over, and I really like this because how good the lawyer were on the mic last week and then this week, he said, I think he's got to be a wrestler. I thought, is he going through this table now? But then that were a nice twist, like you say, putting in, oh, by the way, me and you have got a match next week and that. So obviously, surely it's just going to be a few paradigm shifts over and over again.
Paradigm shifts.
Yeah. But it's great on the match. So I want to see more of him down the line anyway. You forget he's been his lawyer in a few months and then he can just come back. What do you think about MJF? Do you think he's got a chance?
I think he has a chance here, man. I think that they've got, the title's been on Moxley now, and he's done his job with it. I think that they've done a good thing there. Do they wait longer with MJF? Like, do they give him another? You know what I mean? Like, I think that he's definitely world title material. If they don't give it to him now, he's got to take another arc around back to the title again, right? That's how I see it, right? Is you just sort of your career is a bunch of different arcs back to your next title shot as the number one, right? Is essentially what it would be. So I think that if they don't do it this time, when do they do it? Is it going to be too late, right? I think it's tricky. It's really tricky, man. I'd like to see MJF as champion.
And he's also, because he's got his, like, it goes on about his undefeated aspect, but he hasn't mentioned it here. So it'd be like sort of a waste of someone beating him without it being mentioned. I know he's the champion, Moxley, so it wouldn't, but I mean, it could be made a big deal of. I feel like there could be a story built around, sort of around MJF and he's not losing. So I think, especially with Wardlow and stuff, who knows, and him not being able to hit the paradigm shift. Obviously, he don't need it, because even Moxley was saying, oh, well, all you're doing now is forcing me to get creative. I don't need it to beat you. I can hurt you lots of ways, But I can kind of see it, MJF winning.
I see it too. I see him winning the title, and then I see MJF, the brand new champion, losing that pin finally to Jungle Boy in a non-title match on Dynamite, and then that forces a title match that MJF wins, of course. But that's how he'll lose his first singles match, is the Jungle Boy as the champion, as MJF in his true prime heelness as champ.
Yeah, I think MJF could win it, and I think I want it. I think I want him to.
There we
as
go.
Well, that Mox has been awesome. He has, but I feel like
this could be it right here. Who else then? Who else?
Yeah, while it's rolling at the high, while he's at the highest of the high, then mix it up a touch.
Exactly. Yeah. And if they don't like it, then I mean, hey, Moxley can chase it back. But I mean, it's tricky, right? We'll see.
Then again, it depends who wins the battle royale, and that's like, who would you want? Whoever wins that, like, what's the better match, like them versus Mox or thing? I don't know, but I guess we'll see. I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, look at this, Wade Blue here, Team Moxley. Big
Blue.
Shanna saying it was a contract signing with had an amazing twist. I've been lobbying for people to read the fine print for years, and that's so true. That's so true.
I ain't got time for that.
What's that?
I ain't got time for that. I was thinking about Kyle actually on South Park, this human centipede pad, because he hadn't read his terms and conditions.
I actually talked about somebody with that the other day. That we were talking about reading the conditions, and I said, "Hey, man, watch out, because you could totally get human centipeded like that, right? If you don't pay attention." So AEW with the love for 8-man tag matches, and they even set up one later down the show. This is crazy. This is funny as hell. So we've got another rando. Just, hey, let's give these guys a paycheck here. We got Sonny and Joey tagging up again. Awesome tag team. I love that Sonny and Joey connection there with Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr. Again, Griff Garrison, I watch enough Dark that I'm down with this kid. He's cool. Of course, Brian Pillman Jr. just super impressive all the time. The guy's got a real look, and that quick pace is great. Taking on the Lucha Brothers and the Butcher and the Blade with Tully. So this is cool. I thought this was awesome. This was great. What'd you think of it, man? What do you have going on for this one here?
Is this the third week in a row we've had a 8-man tag?
I think it's about to be the fourth too next week, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they set one up literally a bit later on, so we're laughing at that part. We're thinking that, and then they literally announced it. But I think it's sort of like, feels like they've got a lot of wrestlers now. Is it just a way of getting some faces on TV? But obviously we've had the established connection now between, with Eddie Kingston and the Lucha Brothers and the Butcher and the Blade. So they sort of needed something to do, and they've already established the fact that, we'll do 8-man tag, so let's just have another one. And like I say, it gives Mullet Man and Griff a chance to get on the main show. So I think about that. And obviously we're going to win. And there wasn't much to it. It is what it is, isn't it? Like sometimes when there's too many.
Finish, though? Was that a finisher even to end the match? I didn't think that was even.
No, like the biggest spot where that nice package pile driver on the apron after the Death Valley driver on the apron. That was the most exciting part of the match. I think when there's too many people, sometimes it's like no one really can get a chance to shine as well. When it's too busy, and I think a bit of that, like here's 8 blokes, here's 4 of them who are actually important to the show at the moment, and then obviously Eddie afterwards announcing that all 5 of them are in the casino battle royale. He said, "I like to. It's nice having the crowd there, because I want to mention that in the MJF thing is, it was nice having a crowd for the wrestlers to interact with.
Yeah.
Because he hadn't had that for a while, really, have they? You know, like pausing and stuff. And like Eddie Kingston's like, when they're all shouting his name, obviously a bit heelish. So he's like, oh, I know my name, shut up. You know, like.
Yeah, exactly.
To crowd, I like that line. But they said, we're all in the Battle Royale and one of us is going to win it. But that's a group of 5 in that match.
Out of
so
21
that
people, yeah.
You know, if they're going to work together, it could be interesting that, you know, like, and then how they're going to decide amongst themselves at the end. Or maybe just because they're all hard bastards, maybe we might even get to them as the last 5 and say, oh, let's lads, let's knock the hell out of each other. Fair play, you know.
Well, I think it's gonna come down to 1 or 2 of them gets picked off early, so there's only like 3 of them standing solid, and then they face another trio, and then they get eliminated out like that. Yeah. I don't see them doing a whole lot in this match. I don't see one of them winning, that's for sure. But that kind of brings it up, though. Who do you see winning?
Well, so we've got there's M5, we've got Cage, Starks, Darby. How many is it? So we haven't got everyone who's in it yet, have we?
We just have the 8.
Are the other 4 who were in this match as well? That'd make sense why these are all thrown in if they're in it, because it's like technically build show. That'd make sense, wouldn't it? Why they want them on the show? So I could see them being in it. Yeah. So far, I wouldn't like to hazard a guess just yet.
I got Griff Garrison. Griff Garrison's going to win the Casino Battle Royale here, get his title match.
Maybe. Let's see. I think obviously, next week because there's one more Dynamite, isn't there?
That's right.
So next week will give us fill out the rest of it, and that'll give us a better idea then of what's going on. They haven't announced any mystery opponents like last time or have they, and like stuff like that, have they?
Yeah, but we'll get like a legend. I think we'll get Tommy Dreamer in there and stuff like this here. Right here, Johnny Cadillac saying entry 21 is going to be surprised. They will win, just no idea who it'll be. Johnny with the inside information here.
It's going to be John. John Howell's going to come in. Johnny Cadillac. Boom.
Yep. Vroom, vroom. And it's going to be like beep, beep, like Diesel, except he's going to have his car there. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be good. No, it's going to be good. Chris Jericho there talking about Cody. And I love his advice here to Cody Rhodes. Cody, take 2 weeks off and then quit the business. That's my advice. Take 2 weeks off. Take 2 weeks off and then quit the business. That's so great. So we're going to find out the fate of Cody here. Obviously, that was a big loss for him. That was a really bad beat up there. That beat up after he lost the title there was pretty insane. Johnny Cadillac accepts. Okay, great. So there we go. Tony, you're watching. Book it. There we go. Johnny Cadillac is your 21. We figured it out already. There we go. Casino Battle Royale. He can win it next year. Perfect. We're good. We're making time here. We're making time. That's awesome. So we got the Dark Order coming out to the ring here, coffin and all. This was crazy. Evil Uno is here. Dark Order celebrating. Grayson's got the car. There are 6 lawnmowers out there. Okay, so who owns Snapper mowers? Because this is a great advertisement for whoever owns Snapper lawnmowers. I kind of feel like it's somebody in the know because that was something else there.
Did you pick up on why that was, though? Did you pick up on like why they've like because they were making a big deal of not 1, not 2, not 6 lawnmowers like for reasons I don't know why.
Okay, good because I was like maybe it's just over my head here. There was something that I missed here.
But like you say, it's some advert because they had 6 so they could show you every model because they showed you the camera went to every model around the stadium. Like, look at this one. For all your lawnmower needs, Dark Order approved.
Right, exactly. So maybe you go to joindarkorder.com. There's an ad for Snapper mowers there.
Free lawnmower if you join. Maybe that's the new. Maybe take on is getting one of them.
The mower of lawns. That's right. It was the mower of lawns. That's awesome. That's awesome. So again, they wanted they wanted Scavani down at the ring and setting him into the lion's den with hamburger underwear. Oh, that took me a minute, but I got it there. Fucking Jericho, man. I swear, Jericho could be on commentary every week. I would love it. And just go down for his matches. That'd be so good. Dustin and QT come out. They try to make the save, but they end up getting beat up. Scorpio Sky is out. He's getting beat down too. Brody takes off. Matt Cardona comes down. The faces come out on top here. The 4 good guys are riding high in the ring. And my notes, AEW loving them 8-man tag matches here. Like, can you just telegraph it a little bit more for us, please?
Isn't it? Well, like this one, I thought this was going to be next week, but it's actually on the pay-per-view, isn't it? Is this 8-man tag?
Well, it's good, though. Give us a week. Give us a week off of the 8-man tags here.
Yeah, definitely. But Sky just feels... It seems a bit of a mishmash. Obviously, Matt Cardona's is Cody's mate, but Scorpio Sky just had a match with him, lost, and when Cody went to shake his hand at the end, pushed pushed his hand away. So I feel like, is he a bit disconnected from it? You can understand QT and Dustin because they were beat down by him last week. So Scorpio just feels a bit thrown in. Like, is there someone else? Could there not be someone else who's affiliated with the Prince of Pro Wrestling or something or whatever? Just yeah. So, I mean, I'm glad Scorpio's getting a chance to do it, but
send in Pharaoh.
Yeah, so it's interesting. But Matt Cardona, it's the first time we've seen him since he got the rub from Cody by being on his tag team. What's John saying?
Exactly. So John Howell saying, I was surprised nobody said anything about Colt Cabana during this segment. He seemed so uncomfortable. I was ready for him to help the faces here. And
yeah, well,
that could be it.
I was going to get to that because when Brody Lee first come out and they're all like, all right, congratulate him, they're all high-fiving. And even like Evil Uno went, oh, even you, Colt, as if like he's still not part of the setup. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure, you do it as well. And like when the beatdown occurred, Colt Cabana just got out there like, this is my fight, either as well. Yeah. He stepped straight out of the ring. And I thought that's interesting that how he's still not fully. He is, but he ain't part of the Dark Order. So there's still
the Grey Order.
Yeah, there's still a lot to be done there, isn't there, with Colt? And I'm hoping that eventually down the line that is like just you tear them apart a bit with Colt getting promoted to number 1. Because obviously last week we had John Silver and Thing as 3 and 4, so you'd assume Stu Grayson and even Uno 1 and 2.
Right.
But if Brody will leave you to say to Colt Cabana, right, you're mine now, number 1, that could piss the original 2 Dark Order off.
Yeah.
You know?
That'd be good. Dark Order Wolfpack, man. I'm down.
But in the actual promo bit, we got some good intensity from Brody Lee, didn't we, Ben? I liked how when the Dark Order were chanting, weren't they? You deserve this and stuff. And he's like, shut the hell up, because they kept doing it. And when it's John Silver who got the mic, and he's like, I just want to say, Brody, you're awesome. Boom!
Yeah, I've been celebrating.
Pick this shack of shit up, or somebody says, done he drags him out of the way, and that.
Piece of shit.
It was good, like, so he really felt like the boss, like a bit like the Don here. Yeah. Didn't it, you know, so we're good.
Yeah.
He called Anna Jay the Queen Slayer.
Yeah.
Didn't he? For choking out Brandy, the Queen. Yeah. Brandy.
Right there, Shannon. Good intro of Anna Jay, and she's not a Dark Order zombie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like he led her out the ring as well. She's like one of the preferred as well, like her and Colt.
Exactly. They're protected, man.
Yeah.
And I like how, he had to come back out afterwards, even. That was good. Then we bust out to Young Bucks. So we got Hangman drinking at the bar. Bucks find him. Of course you're here. They're yelling at him, berating him. They kick him out of the Elite. Hangman is now out of the Elite, and he looks very upset. I love that last shot of him staring into the broken mirror. Fucking hate you, Dad. I love it, man. I love it. So
like I say, because he were conflicted when he were doing it, and he didn't say a word again. He just took it. And Matt Jackson were like so emotional. He were borderline in tears.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? And like I say, I think it speaks volumes that Hangman didn't say anything. He just sort of took his dressing down a bit, like still conflicting. Have I done the right thing? Have I not? And like you say, they kicked him out of the Elite. And he's obviously still in a tag team with a member of the Elite. So we've got some great story here going into the, because I think FTR are going to win, and then you can still have FTR, and it's still not going to be over between. Or I think maybe you'll have FTR win, then it'll be the tag team will get broke up of Hangman and Omega. Who could feud then, and what a feud that'll be.
Yeah,
you know, and then you can have a Young Bucks versus FTR, like some great potential storylines. Coming off, like going on and out the back of it. Yeah, fantastic. This has all been great.
All Out is going to be a changer, man. All Out's going to be a changer.
Definitely.
Sure.
Proper change landscape. It's going to be good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is exactly. He has to leave the Elite a while ago, so he just got what he wanted. He's been asking for it for a while, man. Big Swole taking on the trio of Britt Baker, Penelope Ford, and Reba, or Rebel, depending on the circles you are in. Britt singing the Shania Twain there to start it off. I thought that was a really nice touch there. That was cool. And then if Swole wins tonight, she'll get Britt one-on-one in any match she wants. Of course, that was going to set up. We know what was going to happen here. We got Kip Sabian getting a big Swole lip for interfering. Nice. I like that one. I amuse myself with my writing. We got the crutch was brought into play here. Didn't work out how the bad guys wanted. Bang. Swole gets the pin. Swole will get Britt Baker one-on-one any match she wants. And that is the story. Is that happening at All Out? Are they?
Sorry, I was getting
Britt for
distracted. My mates here. Sorry, go on. Say that again. Say the last line again.
Are they rushing this Swole versus Britt for All Out, or do they have to wait longer because Britt's like still months?
Yeah,
away
that's
from
because
this,
that's the main thing I was thinking about this. Is she fit? Because it's the way they're building it is as if she is fit enough to fight.
Yeah.
So I think that's quite interesting. Like, yeah, maybe it's all just she's just been selling for a while. Maybe she's. So how long did they announce? She announced when she first got. You blended that beautifully, Des. You didn't...
I know, man. I'm fucking so tired here, bro.
But do you think she's all right then? This felt like a build to a fight at All Out between them.
Is it gonna be though? Will it be that she can't fight, so she puts Reba in for her at All Out, or she says, "Yeah, I'll fight you at All Out 2021" or something? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Well, she's fought like this is a 2-on-1. This is the second time she's fought Reba now, so it's like Rebel. So it's like,
right?
Is there any point in having that fight again? So this felt like, and she's on about pick the stipulation. That's like something that you wouldn't necessarily announce unless you wouldn't want to offer the fans something that's not going to actually happen. You know, so I think I think she must be fit enough to fight, and we're going to get.
She could be
Britt Baker versus Swole All Out. I hope so because it's needed. Man. Yeah, if she is, like I said, I don't know. Maybe she's like recovered really quickly from her injury. I can't remember how long they said she would be injured, but often
they said like
they'll throw it on, won't they? Often they'll put extra on.
Right.
So when they come back early, they're superhuman or whatever, or you're not expecting it as much. Yeah. So hopefully she is. This felt to me like, she's fit and ready for this fight, ready for the fight.
Yeah.
We'll find out more next week.
Lise hasn't seen Dynamite, still stuck at work doing stock. Don't want spoilers. I'll work on the catch up. I'll watch on catch up here. Love you guys. What's up, Lise? Love you too.
Love you, Lise. Man. Yeah, check out your own leisurely pace. That's good. All good.
Yep, exactly here.
Yeah, apparently she had some audio issues one the last night. There's Pete and that fight, but I didn't have any of them when I watched it. Yeah.
That's all that matters is that Dean didn't have problems. So we're seeing next week. Next week here on Dynamite, we're seeing Santana and Ortiz taking on the Best Friends again. We're seeing Jericho versus Janela. I'm looking forward to this one here. This was a bit of a match for me when I saw that they announced this one here. I want to see what the Bad Boy can do against the Demo God. We got the Bucks and Jurassic Express taking on Private Party and SCU, and the winner faces each other at All Out. So I'm seeing, boy, that's a tough one here. You know, I'd like to see the Bucks take on Jurassic Express, all right. So I think maybe that'll be the match I want to see it All Out. What are you thinking for that one?
It was the first. So the first is sorry.
So they got Young Bucks and Jurassic Express are teaming up and facing Private Party and SCU. So the winning team will face each other at All Out.
Another 8-man tag.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, by the time pay-per-view, that'll be 5 on bounce. So, crazy. I think Bucks and Jurassic Express, it'd be. It's a good way to get faced on the telly. But, yeah.
8-man tag segments. That's what they are now on Dynamite.
Like I say, they've got a lot of wrestlers now, so you need to get people out there. They've only got 2. They could deal with Dark being like a televised second show, really, at this point, because they've got that much talent. You know, like an actual distinctive show that's not. Because people aren't going. It's not going to feel as important while it's online.
Yeah,
like exactly. I don't watch it. I won't lie. You know what I mean? Because it's like, but like,
that's why people don't watch our shows because it's only on YouTube,
Facebook,
Facebook and YouTube.
Billions on them both. But yeah, but so yeah, maybe I'd like to. I think they're getting to that point. So you don't need like 8-man tags just to throw people in and get them seen. Like have like the second show being like an important as well. Maybe that's what they could have to get to that at some point.
Holy shit! I'm just Yanni today, man. I've like Yanni, like the performer, like the singer here, do classical singing here with Dezzie and Dean. Holy shit! I tell you, it's a fucking exhausting week here. So then we saw Anna Jay and Evil Uno at ringside, and they're on an enlisting mission here. She's talking to Taya Conte and enlisted her into the Dark Order, apparently. So it looks like Anna Jay's got a partner. So now the dark side here, the Dark Order has a tag team in the women's division a week after the tournament ended. So that's cool.
Well, they're getting massive, the Dark Order now, bodies-wise.
I tell you, they need to have a wolf pack here soon, man.
They need, like, I won't mind like a special, maybe not a full pay-per-view, but like it seems like there'll be like a card eventually where it's Dark Order in every match.
Oh, like sold out, like
Do you
NWO
know,
sold
like,
out.
and then the main event would be Brody Lee for his TNT, and that after disband, the Dark Order, or that's where you'll get your Eva Luna and Stu Grayson going against them or something. I feel like they're that big now. They need a full pay-per-view around them
They
because they
totally
are
could
huge,
soon.
aren't they? They are huge. Like
Yeah,
there's a lot of factions in AEW now. But they're massive. There's like 1,000 members or something. They're like So Solid crew.
for sure. All
If you
right,
know
get in
So
there,
Solid crew,
14.
that might be.
Get in there, 15. Come on. Get out there, 21. Get out there, 26. John Howell coming soon. Johnny Cadillac and 3 partners versus Dean Dez in 2 partners. When my team wins, I give my badge. The point is, it's another 8-man tag. I tell you, man, we have enough 8-man tags here to last a lifetime. I tell you.
And you think he'd win, John? Come on. Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly. He's just waiting to put us over, is what he's willing to do.
Des is like the Cody of Triple D. You know, the Prince of Podcasting over there.
I was about to say the Prince of Podcasting. Oh, no. Horrible. Horrible. Okay, main event time here. Sammy Guevara and Matt Hardy in a tables match. This one was really weird for me because it was like there wasn't a whole lot of TV time remaining. During the commercial break, all the action happened. Sammy did a sick dive out of the ring through a table. You could see where the table folded in and like just gashed him on the side of the head. Side effect, beautiful side effects here by Matt Hardy. One on the apron was pretty brutal. Matt trying to drop an elbow drop through the table from the apron, but Sammy moves, so Matt takes the whole spot himself. When he put Sammy in that chair and gave him that twist of fate, I was like, okay, shit, man. These guys are doing a lot in a very short amount of time here. Matt looking shook as hell, couldn't get it together, was up on the top, looked like he pulled out that awesome table that said deleted. Looked like he was gonna delete Sammy here with like a leg drop. Would have been a leg drop off the top rope.
Well, they put the chair underneath the table. He set the table up on top of the chair, didn't he, as well?
Yeah,
for like, right. So even the middle bit's still going to work. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing. I didn't know if that was a mistake or if that was just intentional or what. But yeah, that chair was sitting up right under the table, and it looked like he was gonna sit right through it, like just like butt buster him through it there. Sammy, Matt shook again, couldn't capitalize that camera on the top. Even nothing was really working for Matt up there. Sammy jumps up, gives him this massive superplex off the top rope through that table, crazy spot. And man, like honestly, so Sammy wins the ladder match there, but bloody as hell, man. I have to go back and watch the commercial break and just see where it happened, because you come back from commercial and it's like, yo, what happened? Like, this match is almost over, and I missed all of it.
Well, I watch it on Fight, don't I? And like normally, when you have the picture-in-picture on Fight, you just get it on. You get the full fight on screen. But for some reason, with this one, I didn't. It cut out, so I missed the fight. Basically, the match started, it cut out, and then it come back where, like you say, Sammy Guevara's already blooded. Matt goes through. It felt like I had like 2 minutes of a match, because all of it happened in this ad break that I'd missed.
Right.
And then it was straight to the finish. So I felt like it looked intense and it was, like you say, bloody, but I pretty much missed a majority of the match. And this was a match I was excited for, so it felt a bit of a shame that. Right. But obviously, I think the right person won, and I think, like, still in Matt said, he's still affected by what happened before.
Yeah.
And like I say, they're both going to get bloody. Like, I think there's more out of this feud. Definitely. Well, it's nice to see a full match as well.
Yeah, for real though. I thought this was going to be at All Out. I thought they were definitely going to wrestle each other at All Out. And I mean, with this pace, they totally still can. Because like,
well, yeah, we've got another show, haven't we? We've got another show. Exactly. So something could happen there, and I hope they do have a match at All Out.
This is a good point. Shanna's saying, when Jericho's on commentary, he smooths out the flubs or confusing bits that puts them over, and that's what commentators do. They're supposed to do. And Chris does it so great, where he's like, oh, this is what we're seeing here, folks. You know, just explain it to us. You know, just spoon feed it to us, because our fucking mouths are open. We're here, and that's what we want. Is just flick it in our faces like that. Just flick it.
He's also on commentary. Like I say, I hope that's what he does when his in-ring career's over. I hope he becomes the voice of Dynamite for a long, long time, because he is one of the best.
With us, we'll be the 3-man team
with us.
Jericho.
Yes, Des. Yes. Cody won't let it happen.
No,
we love you, Cody. You're the best.
Bastard, Cody.
Randy, my bear.
So then, in the background of all this happening now, in the aftermath of the match, we see OC sprinting across the stage, beating up Chris Jericho right over the table there, leaps over the table. He's beating up Chris. They're scrapping back and forth. We're seeing this mayhem here leading up to their, mayhem, their Mimosa Mayhem match here coming up at All Out. Man, September 5th is looking bigger and bigger. Just, I love how they keep, it's like, remember they're having a match? Well, here we go. And that was a scrap. That was awesome. I like that one there.
It was fire we hadn't seen yet from Orange Cassidy. Yeah. Like it was, like he wanted to hurt Jericho, and he's really, there'll be no hands in the pockets All Out. There'll be none of that. He's got fire lit under him and he's ready to go. So I think this match is going to be great. I still think they've missed a trick by having pinfall off submission one of the ways to win. It should just be in the drink for me. And that's how it's going to end, innit? Let's face it. That's how it's going to end anyway. So why not really make that the point?
Yeah.
I suppose it's so they can have near falls within the match.
The exact thing. The suspense of the actual match.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, without just having a teeter on the edge of a... Is it going to be like a giant glass or what? Do you reckon? How's it going to be?
Yeah, I think so. I think that'd be cool if they had like a big mimosa glass for it, right, with a stem.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, but that's it. We're good to see the fire, because that's I looked down at Mecano and then boom, he's just destroyed Jericho. I couldn't even see him all. He's just blowing. I'm like, who's that for a second? And then so I like that. I did like the fire, and they both came back at each other, and it was nice, a good way to win. It felt like more like a go home end, though, didn't it? Like the end to next week's show almost for them.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see what happens between them next week. It felt like the go home angle.
What if they had the calendars mixed up and they just fucking gave us the go home show today, and they're like, oh my god, we have another one next week before the pay per view.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But like I said, everything that was built to the show for All Out on this show was great, and I'm really looking forward to All Out. And we've got another show to do, a bit more building. Maybe fill out the Casino Battle Royale and such and such. And
I think so. That'll be what's happening there. Yeah. Plus another 8-man. We got that 8-man tag happening next week. Like you said, man, it's gonna be a lot. Fuck.
8-man tags are the new Cody Rhodes.
8-man tags are the new Cody Rhodes. Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. We're gonna get them every single week here. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let us know what you thought of the program here. Let us know what you're thinking of Dynamite, of AEW in general. I think it's at a regular time next week, so we'll probably see you guys next Thursday morning. Please enjoy yourselves this weekend. Be safe and have fun.
Much love, guys. Peace.